Most people that meet me the first time don't like me. My mission's good, my heart's true, my mouth is unfiltered. What I think I say, I can apologize later. Better ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission. I just had a coaching call with some friends of mine. They're like, well, it seems like you're hard on people. I said, no, man, I'm not being hard on people. I'm just trying to take care of my environment. Grant's got to get hard on Grant. Okay, you guys out there, y'all so soft on your people, it's because you're soft on yourself. That's why you end up with no money. You end up with people taking advantage of you. You end up with people betraying you. Even your kids don't appreciate you. Dude, you got to be hard on yourself. I'm hard on everybody around me, but mostly I'm hard on me. And it's the strong people that make the hard decisions that end up with the cash flow. You softies end up spending all your money. A soft person buys bullshit. My cash flow ends up in the hands of my friends, my family, my aunts, my cousins. And my goal is to send out more checks than checks come into me every month. How do you do that? You guys got to get hard, man. Y'all got to hard up. Y'all got to get hard. Okay, you got to make hard decisions. You can't make decisions because they're your friends. I'm going to make decisions based on what's good for my environment, okay? You guys are soft. You guys got to get hard. It doesn't mean you need to be mean.
Be kind but not weak. Some people mistake weakness for kindness. Kindness is a certain unusual strength.
People don't respect soft. In fact, they resent softness. They start showing up late, they leave early. The softer the environment gets, the less dangerous the environment is, the softer the environment is, and the less happy they are. I'm telling you, people are happier in dangerous environments than they are in soft environments. I know it's true, man. Don't tell me I look good when I don't. That's not a friend. Be hard with me. I need encouragement, but I don't need to be lied to. Your people don't need to be lied to. Get hard on your people. You guys got to get hard, man. Anybody can be soft. Very few people are willing to get hard. My mama at 25 years old told me, do not come to my place of business. Do not come around me until the old Grant comes back. And I don't want this new Grant. She was hard with me. Changed my whole life. Yesterday, I had to make a phone call to a guy. Hey, bro, you're not getting the deal. Sorry. Oh, man, Grant, we've been friends. You like me, I like you. We've been to dinner. You know my family. It would not be fair to my family, to my children, to my investments. It would not be fair to me to pay more money to do business with you because you're my friend. This is where you guys all get confused. He's my friend. If he's my friend, then I should not have to pay for that relationship. You should be able to tell the people around you the truth. Dude, you showed up late, don't do it again. I've been here 15 years. I don't care if you've been here 1,500 years. Quit showing up late. See, hard is, I don't care what you did the last 15 years. I care what you did the last 15 minutes. You got to think like NBA, NFL. Hey man, if you keep getting hurt, they're going to sell you. When you get old and your knees don't work anymore and you can't make a jump shot, they're going to get rid of you, man. That's the real world, folks. No one thing will blow a good relationship. My wife says, hey, you're getting fat. What is that? How's that going to hurt me? Y'all got to get hard, man. Y'all got to practice telling people the truth. Y'all got to practice being hard on yourselves. On a scale from 1 to 10, how hard are you on yourself? Y'all got to quit lying to yourselves, man. Everybody, the whole world will lie to you. Don't be first in line. People ask me, man, why are you still working so hard, bro? Because I'm hard on myself, man. If I'm accountable, tell myself the truth, don't bullshit myself, dude, I'm going to be a much happier person. The truth is, I have the companies that I have today because I was willing to get hard. Okay, I'm willing to literally risk relationships to do the right thing. The right thing is almost always the hard thing to do. Everybody wants to be the boss. Nobody wants to make the hard decision, which is typically the right thing to do. And the faster you do the hard thing, the better off it is. The stronger you're going to get. You know, man, I've had to make a bunch of corrections in my life, man. I was with the wrong person for a long time, and I never had the hard conversation. I was telling my daughter this yesterday. I'm like, look, if you're around somebody that you want to be around, but you don't feel good when you're around them, you don't want to be around that person. You don't feel smart around them. You don't feel faster around them. Do the hard thing. Hard thing's always the right thing. Whether it's making decisions in a deal to get the best deal, people are like, man, you're so cheap. I'm buying a $168 million piece of property, dude. I ain't cheap. I'm smart. I wrote this thing on Instagram the other day. I spent most of my life trying to please the whole damn world, hating myself. Trying to please the bank, trying to please my mom, trying to please everybody at schools, and I'm trying to please people that can't even help me. Today I'm like, dude, you know what I want to do? I'm going to please my damn self, and when I do, I'm going to please a whole bunch of other people. By the way, when you make hard decisions, you're going to help more people. When you go to work and you work a little extra harder, you can now give money to your church. Most people can't give money to their church. They're like, oh my God, if I wouldn't have bought a jet, I would have given that money to the church. Dude, you can't even buy a damn coach ticket on a plane. How you going to give money to your church? You can't make good decisions because you're not hard.
But most people don't have the guts to make the tough decisions because they want to make the right decision, so they make no decision. And that's a decision. And what happens is the world takes them over. So decision making is the power. But the first decision you're making every moment of your life that affects your life and business is, what are you going to focus on? Because some people focus on what they can't control. Some people make a decision and then they focus on the decision about how it didn't work out versus what they learned. So if you're going to control your life, the way you take control is by making new choices. If you don't like how things are, change it. And to change it, you have to make a decision. So just write, focus equals feeling. Whatever you focus on, you're going to feel. And as a leader, you're going to have to manage those feelings. Decision number 2 is, what does this mean? When you focus on something, you got to give it a meaning. Is this the end or the beginning? If you're in an intimate relationship and you think it's the end of that relationship, are you going to treat that person the same way as if you think it's the beginning? Yes or no? Whatever meaning you give controls what you feel. And what you feel controls the third decision. What are you going to do? You're going to take action, you're going to pull back. So decision making is your power.
So one of the reasons why we're afraid of making decisions, especially tough decisions, right, is because the whole idea, the whole meaning of decision in Latin is to cut away from the past. If I make a decision to become an entrepreneur, I'm cutting away from having a 9-to-5 job security. If I decide from having a baby and becoming a parent, I'm cutting away from sleeping 8 hours of sleep. That's why we're afraid of making tough decisions. Then you have to live with the consequences, and are you okay with that? So in life, whatever decision you're getting ready to make, you want to go out and raise money, you want to go invest, you want to quit your job, you want to be this, you have to go to that position of asking yourself, if I take action, what are the consequences? And the consequences I get, how do I respond and react to these consequences? Constantly have to repeat this entire thing over and over and over again. And that's essentially game theory. When you make a decision, you have to take yourself to the worst case scenario. Meaning, if I decide to get married and it doesn't work out, what's the worst thing that can happen to me? Divorce. Can you live with it? What's the worst thing that can happen to me if I invest into this company? It could go out of business, you could lose $1 million. Can you live with it? What's the worst thing that's going to happen to me if I start a business, you go out of business, you lose $600,000 of savings? Can you live with that? If the answer is yes, make the decision, move on, because anything above that is gravy. Worst case you accept, you move on. If the decision doesn't match your values and principles, move on. Meaning, you're going to have a lot of different opportunities in your life. And when I say opportunities, I'm not just talking about money and making millions. I'm talking about different relationships. If an opportunity comes your way, but it doesn't match your values and principles that you live by, don't even think twice about it. Sometimes all you got to do is grab a paper and pen and say, okay, what's my alternative? If I decide not to do this, what is my alternative? Because sometimes you'll have alternatives, and the alternative is going to make you even be more confident about the decision that you're getting ready to make. See if you have alternatives, and then try to pick the best decision you have amongst the alternatives. Never make a massive decision when you're fatiguing. While you're making a big decision, are you fatigued? If you are, sleep for a night and then think about it tomorrow.